Good afternoon. Please put your hands together once again for that. Like I said, this is a conversation that is very big. I know that there may be someone at home who being touched by the story or would want to, have some questions answered. How can we help you? Well, send us your messages to the number 055 157 5757. Again, 055 157 5757. I will also entreat everybody that is watching to know that this is a story. Let's be very measured in what we say, and just know that this young man here is brave and on a path to doing things right. Once again, good afternoon, and you are welcome to Changes.
Good afternoon, madam.
Pastor Emmanuel, how are you doing?
By God's grace, I'm doing well.
Well, thank God for your life. Adom, how are you doing as well? Right. I'll need you to speak up for me because I need the world to hear you. So mature your voice for me. You can hear my voice, right? Exactly. So please mature your voice for me so we can hear you, okay? Now, also, if you want to speak tree, you are free to speak tree. Why? All right. Now, let's get into the conversation. Meaning, say a war one quanta. How was childhood like for you? Time now one quanta no. Your war no. Mufrase no. Na it's the same.
I want you to say there. Fancy me say there, my woman, my dad, Tina me on me and child. Tina me on me and child, and I'm empty so no. I have to show fear. To me, in so coaching a cotomba. Now me fear and I'm okay.
Inti, na when home, mammy. Mammy won't know who we are now.
Me almost say mammy with them there. If I say my metron.
One better okay. Into mammy way now, papa and swear.
My party, Michelle, and
but yes, eh?
Oh,
okay. Into more frase and quanta. Now when you want antinete. And now, your friend is saying, and soon one go school.
School, no, I'm going to make a share, but I'm a bonton.
Now, wabon. They understand now, pana say, they are damn putting.
I say, only my dear. Want me continue. As I almost says, maybe once in almost says, Caro. But I am soon many discount, I am a doggy schooner, my queen sooner than come market.
It's when I walk a tray, almost say, Pesse will be school. And I want us and I school.
When I'm a jai school, the three are Madame and Buffy, a best shaman. When I'm by school, I'll be a my school.
I didn't know school. Into catcher now school, not send a net here now, because so say one bus school near show each other crying. Into them putting not what type of students were you?
My bus school, ma. Let me say, like class in my idea. But send me idea, but my class in the bed. I say my one canon, my work with my cocan. It's your co-business and I enter. Any Java class.
Any Java class name at the time. Now, when I say no name, my class near day, but not the Siana dear.
The sign there and their boy cry.
Now, only did you have a subject that you liked? Now, what subjects be not? Per subjects be and no kind of now pay.
I was going to the I junior.
Into class by now, was I school?
Do why? Ubi our boy in there, Ubi to me corner the one kind to me and be pro to me. I'm quite medium much.
So it's not like they had promoted you. Why now promoting you? Into a person repeat I want to not repeated class. Into which class? Class by now do ya okay, where the men could be.
P5.
P5. We do class 5 now somewhere.
My teacher or shipper. So my dad, me late. So I want. Remember now, I shame him quite there. School no prep.
Okay. It's now auntie now when it's at the time no. O catch you and say school no person will be could no.
Or man can't no. Says I'm madam no. Madam I am me pon school. I'm a conifio. I'm a question you man. Makubun so abi no tank mu. Ntama madam no be pay myself. Tem na me to book me charge school fees. To no need charge school fees no.
Okay. And see, at the time no, now per teacher nursing.
Na me pay madam nursing. Tia e explain school I say I must be girl no by then girl.
Na your girl. Okay. So we'll come back to that. Astamano.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a very young man who has found himself in a situation. I mean, we'll get into what the church has done. And I know that you reach out to several people who have ended or whose life has taken this trajectory. It's not very pleasant, but how many of these stories have you heard, or has the church had to step in to, work on?
I mean, how many of such?
Yes, stories do you hear, especially from the church board?
Okay, for the church, as a whole, I may not be able to say a lot, but from my area. I am the district pastor for New Okaima district, but I'm in charge. I'm the area coordinator for home and urban mission in Abekan area. So the church have been doing a lot, with which that record I cannot give the exact record. But the main idea of the church is the home and urban mission stand for HAM stand for home and urban mission. And the main idea for that ministry is to get to the marginalized people, the people who have migrated from the north to the south,
Okay.
and then the expatriates, and then the African migrants, so that people like Adom type, the addict. So that such people sometimes feel bad getting closer to them because of their nature, their behavior, and then the addiction which they have got into. So ours is to preach the gospel to such people, because Christ is for everybody, irrespective of your stature or your background. So that is so. For now, in my district, we have got 3 of such that the district has won. Then we send them to rehabilitation center so that they'll be able to come out. Even though we're able to get a lot baptized, a lot in the district, but not all have come out from their situation. But when you preach the word to them, the person is willing to come out totally. Then we send them to a rehab center. So by so doing, then totally they are out from their situation.
Which is very laudable, I would say that. And it's a very big initiative.
Yeah.
I want to restructure the question again, because I asked cases and you can give me probably a specific number. So I'm asking, how rampant do you hear such stories? Not necessarily the cases. So let's come to where you are, the district.
Yeah.
How often do we see young people like him go through such situations? And most of the time, when you speak to them, what is the root cause of, getting into drugs?
Some of them is like peer pressure. And some of them because of challenges like his case. Some of them, maybe they have come to Accra, or they have come to the town looking for lucrative work or greener pasture from the village, but they are unable to get any work to do. Then they tend to follow their peers. And it is all over the place. When you move from maybe about 100 meters to 200 meters, you may get some ghettos around. You get the boys around. So their story is real. I don't know whether I've answered your question.
I mean, you have given me a category, so I understand from what you're saying that sometimes peer pressure, how the home or the type of home they were brought up in, finances, these are major reasons these young people get into things like this. In what states did you find a young man? In what states did you find Adom?
We went to the ghetto. We went to the ghetto where the boys are, and by then it was, they would say they were fine. When you get to them, they say, I'm fine. That is a period they have taken the drugs, and the drugs, some take the red and then I can't mention the name. Apart from the weed, they have other drugs and drinks that they take. And so the other time when I was interviewing, it looked as if when he works for a day, he can spend about 150 on just the weed, the red, and then the tramol and other related drugs. And that's why I say, so they do that to just forget about their situation. Maybe the challenge they are facing. So it's something that they've learned from their peers, and then they become used to. So when one becomes used to the situation, it becomes difficult for the person to come out from it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the video we are seeing here on the screen right now, this was when you went to the ghetto.
Yeah.
Was this the first time you had met him?
This is not Adom.
It's me.
That's Adom. Yes. So this was the first time meeting.
Yeah.
And this is where they used to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. So at the time, you see, we can't even recognize the gentleman sitting here and the man in the video are two very different people.
Yeah.
And at the time, this is what drugs had done to him.
Yeah.
Right. I don't. What's your about? Why you're fine? At the time, we say, "Are you okay?" No.
Oh, not fine. Then
Now why you're fine? All right. Now you go back into Nkwanta because now we go school. We want to talk. Auntie Mao and so now I go home. And I want to was school no one could be. It's very important. You find someone who school no. I didn't know if you Nkwanta by Accra.
I say you walk where say Nkwanta Obia so also back. And boys no so free Accra ba. I say I'm life like change. I say I'm change entirely different. Phones different. Oh, yes, your village, you know. Entirely than I say. To me, so no. I say I'm bomb boy. I'm so married. Me by me Accra there. I'm a drill. I'm a senator.
Okay. It's not a common door and Quatana now one. A common door.
Oh, there.
Si council there now was kakakra. Now when you be
Me did you feel?
we did do with here. But just because what to say when now for ba Accra or my best shenta fefe. It's now buy. That was the only reason you came.
I don't say I don't see by saying so many sky, I'm assuming the coffee. I'm assuming I was working pressure of feel. But I was by no. I can't say I bear me there. Me buy no I want my tone so no content me buy na me sale sha say e wa cry bi tina me tompe otawala la pass to my station over here no my fufuro to my station tina friend be man so
Inti me bao share picture na e wo no e wa we hunde da now o share dia wa bedu sisia. How do you feel?
I say me okay.
You're okay. Okay. You go back to Oton Nsuno. Into bar no, now when you wine it, Uba cry fresh no, now when you wine it.
Oh, me back fresh there. Let me know be auntie.
Okay.
The buy first the we are my guy name is Shitani me the buy. You know, I just scan our bag no. Like a 20 city. To scan our bag no we are. One funny bag na. Te me come in bin chair friend ajia aton wa che. Na me say me kwaya me say ajia me ya wo ntinu. O ma me twitwe nkukuo na me so me de nkukuo fi adwuma de me ni me. Te me kwaya me say ajia ma me twi nchanse ma na te aduare ma me. Oro so ono ka oprobi adwuma ma na ya. Te me kuto me twitwe nchanse ne ma no. Watching the media and Sanda. Now, the same color 7 vegetarians. You know, some vegetarians to me, tonsuo finto se me fatensi no kwaje nsuo tim me ma manage me mpowa na me share manage to no shop na no na me so no fa na de na share no ma me ken system fa chance no di ma no se me ko tonsuo no amba biwa and then mpowa na ka no ba mpowa na me share na fufuro an so ba kra yourself tem me de mpowa ma me tumi so mpowa na hia me se ma me ne de no tem ton monsieur je ne me ti ton identité monsieur je na me drastic so me ti ambe man so ako be ma awon so ton ade o se o fa ni je ton so na ma wes for so sabre ti me ma wes for ban so ni ma ti an so asa
nti na wo ton so no friend am be man so enu na man ko fu hu
be man so ni dikaya ono ma again nja
sana ya wo pan so no e wo la pass ho nti enu na man ko fu bebre e tutoto na wo ton so ni na wie e sa ko je wo slippers na bai okay now oba akra no when the family member bia wa ha o bia akra ni ha auntie bia ni ha
baby ntaza me na mo me ton so ni na me hu me krom fo no ba ko boys ni ba ko me hu nka na otare do oloduka ohun mi wasi na so be dura na so mo dwane nti so be duru nti no I say one day bi na me okona me hole na me twene si ka na so na so na wo hu krom ni wo twam sa asi aya crowd we bisa miska asi me bisa ni ska na so okay to ka sa na nsuo no zo awia bo nsuo no to se me era me dog no crowd to me come ya wa me ko to nsuo no nsuo ni de na mo to pa
nti no mo to nsuo ne pa age be na wo fi nkwanta ba akra how we the same
ose
we now we the same wo fi nkwanta ba akra na how we the same
aeka
you know
age de adom ni mo
adom na wo nim
me age de
so right now you don't even know your age
da be hu ya
but what year you can say year be now free kwanta 2021 now free kwanta by and you just don't know your age now
na ma me kan say ma free kwanta ba kai o say lockdown bi by
ai
until lockdown no na say krom be din to hona so ya kwai e ba kra no
but no nim say at that time no na lockdown no nim say na ya pie die
ya pie ba won when you brace also a copesta na also a guide
okay into wo ye nsuo ye fan say what start wo ton nsuo no si na nkofo to no moto na wonya usika
na menya sika pa
wonya usika nti aden na ma wo pushi free nsuo na wo ton ne ho es catch on say okay afi me kwa drugs na mefa
ya ma me start seminum gas no say the ton nsuo ni sara gaman bi boys now meti for back we a friend wale no try na tell me wale no just no say be man so ma te won kawala pass mi hunda uni ma chem so ba kuma no ntimi man so no say hwe boys na one get to na wa chia so ka betra chiwo o say bra ho boys na o mo shishia so come do am aji so man 90 abas station so ma be no teme so ma me so de mi insure mi uni 2 bags me shisharo insure mi te mi ya pa na man to mo bia o kwana man to mo bia station na me call get to street teme ri ko ya anze me ko tena mu no aja me to tonsa no mu chifa no on jot de sent we ba we ni sent we be wuro mu ko se o soja wa na bi wuro mu ta se mu chichi na bi komi mu te nzo ne sa no na me se me ko me kwana asem me mo edu kakra ohana asem me kwana na makosi I say me biza me say ade man simple na me divie me era koe till the next day me say bye ni there me say ade wa mu sisi ade we pa na me say basu na joy to no change like you then no so am like I dream be down so am okay but joy to need the I catch me place joy to need but we need the ocean am like I did our dream behind we feel with him and I'm so on the joy to know to me tree joy to know so baby I'm it know me who say why too the on game start here say me tree na we ba si be man su da me ne kwan su me so boy ore yi anya hwe Chame to ana ma chichen su na we da wan siru kran
Intina wonnim se wo chichen su no
na me nim se ma yede
Inti Nsuo na ya ofa no na de bia wo bu akontama nipa na wo gye nsuo ni fa
one ma be 10 series
okay
na me dey 5 series
okay I na that day no 2 bags na wo de koye no wa wo de nsuo na akoche
me da koche
Inti that day no and then nipa na wo bu akontama no sika be na wo de ma no
one say me ko to nsuo ni ba me man 5 series until me just can Friday every Monday na ma start here me told me I'm command 5 series every day we are man 5 series na coins never come me da ko
okay
until na me sika one almost by 60 series to me kwara me so ni sika na e basa ono so me buy obi me say I don't know when my bossa sa are o yare ara me so me yare ana me so ni mo e basa antino oyin fe me sika na 20 series no mo no so enya hwe teme meji 10 series ko didi na mi so 20 series na re a cheme no nsuo ni sika no da cheme me ka sa cheme no so ni mi se de bia me ko mi diska breno na send me ko na fa sa na untu nka hwe bi mu to hana game ni sa sia
Inti obi an hyew obi an kan cho say Adom be mensuo meje na ye na George no shi bia na say weed ne fa wan kasa na hun say nkofo ye omo say say wo fa it will take you to a different dimension and it's now fire well
and I nti wan say na akomo ho akomo ho ana drastic no so no we no so no we share ma o commando sa commercial
sir
commando we bon so sa commando ba na mi share ni mu we no me de ne dress na tamona
okay ebe ko ho now pese hume a share picture na wo ho at the time no we share baby away now we share baby we sisi ano again how are you feeling who feel sense who sa picture na look at the picture share want me share one person we share one yeah say who a then eh ba wa dream
tumi ka say anyame biza mi say ayamiana na de ni biza so fun na omo ba ko ba enchan biza say ojiri say me o say ayo no omi on tiase
okay so this is a big conversation like I said and if you have comments you can send. Maybe you may be going through this in your neighborhood. If you also live in a neighborhood where there are young people who are putting themselves in such detrimental issues or situations, you can send in your messages. We'll reach out to them. We are still at the root cause of the conversation. But like I said, there are so many young people in Ghana these days who are finding coping mechanisms. Some have left home, some not fault of their own, but they have moved from home to find greener pastures. They got to Accra, realized that Accra is not as simple as we saw or we thought it would be, and then they find themselves in these practices, just like Adom has said. You just heard him say he doesn't even like to look at himself because he can't remember. He doesn't even think that was him, but you can see that that's what him before he's become what he is today. Well, we have a video. I'll call for the video, and then we'll talk more about it.
Mama Jim Kwan kumbi mao. Mama Jim Kwan.
Anon kwa.
Kofi se no bo 5 mao.
Kofi be.
Nye Kofi di odi echi aye kofo car no.
Kofi no di echi. Kofi na onyi.
So 16 years. So okra we years.
16 years here.
Ah.
Onya bi here.
Sana body kan body so 16.
Sure. I 16.
We say we years in Kofi.
I 16. Obi akata te se keja akwala no.
This space kekentina promise.
Try dia ma so do an hwi ni sisin ma no. Afi wa yi sie so ba o dia ma.
Sir.
Ani wo jina na wa se o kasa no o so ye bo o kasa bo shit. O kasa no o ma kuma ne ba. Obi no kasa o ka che ni kan se. O kasa no o sama wa akuma ba. Ena ya boy na nya o so mi sa ko police station so ko e case ni.
You see dua ne o so ho.
Ah na so ho. Na me ya let so o riwa na me hu se o da hwim na ri mi sa be ji e nti ne o sin na ire.
Ne yo nsasa no.
Ya wa sa du na hwim ma no sa me bo fo. No so tamu dia no so ri hwi ni ti ma no.
Oh. Na boys na won nti o mo mpata. Emu ja no mo hwe. Adom. Adom. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry, me je good wa ha. Sorry ni nko. Baby, I would dey say you. Adom. Sorry. What's that? Adom. Sorry, uncle. What bre and yes, young class or your ban no bed why? Sorry. What's it? What's the day? Ading. Obey top form. Hey, otherwise fine. Hey, I did the oyare. Why the wire fine? Adom, where did he? Adom, I'm cut you on sorry. Where did he? Where did he? Where did he? They're good. Hey, they're good, brah. They're good.
This is heavy. It really is heavy. It's a very heavy situation. It's almost moved me to tears. And like I said, there are so many people in communities who have young people like Adom who are going through this and more. Adom, still want to mention video, no? And you remember then and now we and now Yebisa o asem na se wonsane hu ni na etwetwa no.
I say me free nsuo ni ba me free pure no na me ba kwai na anu a me lodika te kwai na anu an say onum dress na ma wani ye kokko tin me ko to space bi ko to space dark black then me share there me share space no ti ma fi kwai na anu aba ti me ba na boy bi su onu su obi space ni
Space we are I.
You know, as I make it a space na but soon by say me na space where so space where me there I share my chum in crowd to so still enjoying this I say on any day and on other so don't know who space I was me just say na your boy spirit be there we have a first space to me there share me dinner that so no see my father my chum in there to so I had them so my there and I see you my fair cause you did that fair and I say on 1 year same to no any moment they kind a page Adriano or I boy and name is Ajie.
Nti anu na etwetwa wonsa no. Na won so ye anything.
No so me pay Adria ehwi ni sisim.
Nti wo share we nyama we ni na bebi ana woda. Nyama na wo ye. Drugs na won. Now she bebi a wa bedu sisia. How do you feel like? Then ya o ka nyame.
I told me one coming to me to I say men jin this and come to my sister. Because from I addicted. I any part to me fool. With me shall I say boy who feel to enjoy drawing no. I'm so for me may die by necessary. I told you I'm feeling say me okay. Say me do get to I'm friend odogu. Bosuaba. Cause this woman we say me my different woman to say me adwuma tabre ska bia ska wo me ho. Te dey amemo mu bi. So do o bisa amanya bi ama no. Ba me bisa no menya anya bi ma me.
Into that get to
Dabi.
okay.
I am a questra moi. The qua, say, I'm a hot tomino. The call on family bossu.
And say, yeah, we need just say we're doing pimpen, so we do.
Yeah, I am a depa.
Pastor Emmanuel.
Yes, madam.
I want to get into faith.
Okay.
Let's look at faith now. How does faith play a big role in transforming these addicts and getting them back into good shape and also back into the house of the Lord?
All right. A matter of faith. Faith is something which one does not see, but believe that it exists or you can have it. And so in a situation like this, or someone in such a situation, when you want to apply faith, faith will tell you that though the person's situation has changed awkwardly, yet something can be done about it. That there is a future, there is a change to transform that person from the situation in which the person finds himself. And as a result, we add the word of God and prayer with the hope that the person's situation will come to normalcy.
Now let's look at Ham.
Okay.
Ham has its biggest mandate.
Yeah.
That is going into communities, finding children or teens and even young people, the youth who have swayed from the right direction. What goes into selecting them? And when you find them, what do we do? How does the church come into help? What are the processes?
And that is why I was saying that our main vision or focus is those people that people may not get to. Because when you look at his former state, when the video was shown, it will be very difficult to get people getting to them, even talk to them because of the nature, even the smell that will come out from them. One of these is when we're doing outreach over there. I'm a type, a little saint will give me kata, but I have to manage. Then before they accept you, have to embrace them. So the first time I was doing that, but the next I have to wear nose mask. So when I got there, I told them I've got a coat so that they will not say I was, how do you call it?
Trying to judge them.
Yeah. So we do that with the belief that Jesus came to die for all. And so let's get to them. Let's preach the word to them. Let's tell them there is hope. Just as he was saying that somebody was telling him that he's young, he's a nice guy, he needs to stop, but he needs somebody to help him. And that is the agenda of the church, that let's go to these people. Their situation can yet be transformed. Because in the Bible, Jesus Christ met a man who was an insane, who was living in a tomb. And when Jesus met the person, his situation changed. So we also believe that when we go to such people, their situation can change.
Right. I'm happy that Ham is doing this for the community. But like I said in the beginning, and I like that we mentioned judgment, because you know how the society also sees these young people. They see them as miscreants. Some people don't want to get close to them. In the church, what are some of the misconceptions that you've heard people having about these young ones?
Oh, yet some may think, some people may think it is demon that is operating in them. Some people may have that idea. Some people may also think because of the peer pressure that has led them to live in that way. So there are different thoughts. Even when you bring them to the church, sometimes it is difficult for the members in the psalm to accept them. But sometimes they come without good dress. They came with the way they are. Some of them, their hairstyle is something you can't talk about.
Right.
But you need to embrace them. You need to talk to the members that they are our brethren. They are like us. Maybe situations that have made them gone into that problem. So we need to accept them just as Jesus came to. He never came for the righteous. He came for both the good and the bad.
That is very laudable. I'll come back to Ham again before I let you go back. Adom, inti u auntie no one show. Ufi in Quantano. Now u da so fair auntie ufi.
I get there, how can I have fun after me? Why jump on the field?
Into free in Quanta 2021. Ebe seen there, won't fair auntie neda.
As I feel get to him now, I started to say, my friend. By first day, I share a sort of fun. I don't know my friend with him. But I'm a chance of phone and say, so I'm got to read in no man's and number number.
Okay, I'm so got to read about.
I'm miss coming got to read in the brass and number.
Obekai.
Makai.
Omo mouse can kotoy.
I say, oh, Demi last year. I don't feel my job.
No, feeling okay. Until start saying, no, not a jot. Now start saying, and I'll graduate according.
Bad dressing. To dressing and to me to winner. They be say, oh, we're finding there. No, no repair. I'm that banner. What happened? I mean, no, she.
And now, what should we, you know, so?
Go. Na me titi say, yes, say, who do I rap now? Unto me, die.
Okay.
It's not me, man, far up now. And to my dream. But I'm not about Meta brana wa rap na yashi.
Nti ufi just na uko weed so. And now ufi ona bembium na drag bembium na now.
Number red 120 to 50. D10.
D10. And you see a red nibia.
That be D10. D10 on say why juma wa blend. No pesa wa dark kra. Ha. Be over no back no. Abema wa daku. Ba me no back kwa nya me hwe.
Nti D10 no beto be ko pharmacy. Na ye dro.
Dro.
Nti be ko pharmacy na wa koto. Nti udu pharmacy ade na ya wo ka chom. Sa wo to D10. Pacho ma ya nde ma dimit sa se me ko da me ntumi nda ntumi pedra metumi ada. No mun sa ma o D10 no.
No sa wa me.
Nti ba D10 na say na wo.
Obi ma wo mba set 12.
Nti omma o prescription mo ka cho say wo se wabre. Nti omma ma we bia omo say fa ne ba ko mienu. Sa na ye omo ka cho.
Obi o se fa ne ba ko pe. Ba me fa ne ba ko na ba ko ni de.
Nti ube fa say na ya wo fa at once.
Me fa ni na
12 ni na.
Me fa 3 a. Enkwe like I say me mama ho brebi. Me fa 4 I say me mama ho brebi. Me fa 10 na me mama ho brebi. To say me fa ni na.
Nti uko na say the way I would hear no. Uko ayem bisa o he na ye de ma wotumi nante ko pharmacy no mo so mo de ama o. Ja na wa ye no.
Da bi so uko akoto no. Obi o free no so akoto mo. Ba uko na nya mo no akoto o to ba ku. Me so me ko dra me say me enti bi say on timi nda. Nto so pa draw with my da.
Right. Ibisa say o. One the way I will look you hano. Sati bian mu na ukoda still omo ton eduan eduan ma.
Yeah.
Na oba na wanom baako 12 ni na. Nso num ya na wada.
Anya so weda. E wo tama be adwuma. So, the time anya adwuma no. Also akopɛ kwansi biara. Atu akopɛ jotiska, akopɛ wiska. So, ana onum say friend wusi o.
Sir?
Say ehuru ti say adona erigu nsuo ma ehuru. Tuna esa adwuma we. Tuna ebehia wusi. Tuna wa kopɛ kwansi almost 50 series be. 50 series ni na jotiska. Anyway.
Na wa fani 19 anum D10 we san so be she jota guso. Ashe your friend is saying weed asan fa red.
That be red in it. On the D10 so no me mboa wa. O so dog D10. Na bread adofo froso. Me started D10. But then D10 no. Enya me say na e boys no. So me dog D10 e to red no so.
Okay. And I read no so now to way.
Red no. Red no be mu ton pharmacy, be mu so ton geto.
Nti now ufa red no kwa na o di fa bibi.
Red no. Also onum nsu a e be wanum nyo. To so to we say 5 star na say store bi.
Now, I know now the nomina echo down. Wow.
We was waiting a Fred Janid.
This, like I said, this is a very big one, and I hope you're sending in your messages. If you have somebody in your community that may be going through this, a young child, boy, girl, who may be going through this one, please send your messages. Ham has picked it on themselves under the Pentecost Church, and they're changing the narrative and helping. Well, Pastor Emmanuel, he did say, or he even did tell me that after you found him in that situation, you decided to take him to rehab, where he was taken care of, and now he's here. How do you balance, or how does the Ham and the church, how do we balance spirituality and also medical the medical aspect of it.
Okay. In the initial stage, after speaking or sharing the word of God with him, and he accepted Christ, we baptize him. When you baptize him, you get back to the ghetto, get to the place where those items are already there. And so in order to alleviate that challenge from him, you need to send him to a place where he will not get access to the drugs again. That's the rehab. So over there, what they do over the eggs, they add the word of God, prayer, and then medicine. So there is not only the spiritual aspect, we look at the physical aspect as well. So whilst you are praying with him, you teach him the word of God, and let him knowing that his situation can change. That is where faith comes the first question you ask. So we see this person, he can be a very businessman in future. If he is you be educated, maybe he can be an MP in his constituency. So that's where we look at the future. And so when you send him to rehab, prayer, the word of God, and then medication also comes in so that I can detox the medicine from the body, because he has already saying that he has taken D10, 12, which even if you take one, he will get drunk. He can take 10. So you need to get health personnel to also help in a way, so that those toxic will be taken out from the body.
Right.
Vis-a-vis the word of God and prayer, then the situation changed.
How many months was he gone for?
He went for 6 months.
For 6 months.
Yeah, he went last year, April, and then 14th December, then he came out.
And see, Adom, say, uko hospital say, and uko pharmacy na uko injure na your friend say, uju on the way na wajess no, obisi on tom mawa. In some friends, when ya, a journal. About wedding.
And you're doing so we need you to us.
Okay. So if you don't have that, a bimoso say omunia super glue na. Why you be that?
I will super glue there.
Why maybe? Okay. In Sinyama way na, you can say afi. Ya ba wo na ya say the wo call rehab no. Now person call.
Oh yeah. By okay, so Jimmy query, I mean, I should be do query substance or hot cell like no me share anymore. To me, say like rare or hot cell. Also, rare be baby a why I'm calling self for near before. That is somewhere there also. How qua. And oye nyama wa bebre no hore ya untumi nya sabi na mema wa jai na ade no so no aya o da obodi muntu so person we na weko asabare next day and then am any down no we ka obesa catch me so manga sabe we ami finu owa na fie senye kebe ya onde omayenko na misa mitumi kwajaya na me ba no akufi mfifi ache to hona medina chikoe
Ntukoe na how was it? Rehab no let's say.
So na mu aden dia ba Mameno okasani paku like no afire send number you know why and you know okasani oboko dia fanya misemu waninda okane ya chosu na wabe preaching there ghetto boy wabe preaching you know that's na ono you really feel chi bebe free no no so no of forces say one morning devotion and a pa. What I need is a good beshit to swan say also. One for picture and a part to that. You know, I say, why you Jeffrey get to cry? And I had time to know. It's 20 years, I know a friend. A Kenya cemetery. But me do again, Miss Seminus, no, I could found and a son story about it. Your farmer and Uncle Paya, a friend. No can, no, and me might give you get to cry. Dear ma, I don't know, who drew a catcher say, I dare do buy no, I do buy real poor. But I dare not far bonfire. Ebia Babadam. Two years of Badam no qua.
I know now the baby.
And one of a can. So Javish, rather person Javish. The son no catch it there. The owner more dao. Daoka. Say rather person Javish, rather person Javish.
And so where our babak no? We have now babak no. As there be a time person ukona ukoye jana oye biom.
Today I have pressure in bar. But I say, wash on one as I don't need you to me die. Only you down to me die. Then one as I saw wash on both say. Now, Mamma, you need so catch my miracle and catch say. I say. Why I didn't there see Jaya? Mary Pitini view. And I'll say, Osaka send say, Mamma Pabia and some book. What them would I be? Did I miss no? Of a such as a near wire terminal. Man, some more being some can send you. And then I am at 200 I didn't pass a Sakobaka. My shaman, my catcher, said David. Memo bia san kami wa sembu.
Okay.
Na mas entetre ba ona malwa keme ho. Tema me what? Mu page man ma na me what a phone. And the army the phone aire. Me ban in the some phone so.
Inse na we. Inse si ajuma ben na we.
Ese me para juma.
Okay. And I will buy and so answer we won't dear. See the way I want see whom.
Oh, whom
whom? Oh, none in Yaje.
And Yaje. My ones are quite bad no soup.
No, so. The necessary. And my dear, you are bad. I said so, and I say. But in Yaje say why you okay.
Yeah.
Incident I'll be catch Pentecost as a for in a ham.
Oh, never catch you and say, oh, my baby. No, my boy will play. And your man can be a name, the Avian Cadena Cron for cry. Go. Tanya man and ma who be a dear dower, with my fat. And yes, me was here a catch on Miss Yamisho. Yamishia a sofa funny Bakunu. And I saw members for Yamisho, my boy will breathe. And no one can be now.
Right. And then, Pastor Emmanuel, let's come back to Ham.
All right.
For the rest of the year, do we have plans? And if someone is watching us right now and is probably an addict or is going or knows a number of people in their community who are going through such predicaments, are the doors open for them to reach out to Ham?
Yeah. And the ham work is in the church everywhere in Ghana.
Okay.
Every district have the pastor leading them, and the pastor also mandated some officers in the church. Like in my district, the young man over there, he's the district leader who is leading to reach out to these people. And every assembly, so all over Ghana, or let me say worldwide, because that's one of the vision of the current leadership of the Church of Pentecost, led by Apostle Dr. Eric Nyamiche. We need to reach out to these people. So whoever is hearing or watching us, if the person is finding himself in such a situation and is willing to come out of it, you can get close to any of the Church of Pentecost. Yeah, they will help you. Whether you go to the district pastor or if you are not, if you are far from the district, I know some districts we have a lot of locals in the interland. And you can see the presiding elders tell them that this is my challenge. I want to come out from it, and they will help you.
Right.
For the rehab, it is all over Ghana, wherever, and it is not only in Accra. So if you are in Kumasi, if you are in Kwanta, if you are in Volta region, any part of the nation, you can get. We have HAM national coordinator. Then we have sectors leaders. So the church have made all things, put our things in place in order to get to the people. So it is not only in the urban center. In the rural areas too, we have the HAM leaders and the workers, and they are ready to help. Our vision is to not to preach to only, excuse me to say, the good people alone, but people like this too.
Right.
They should also hear the word of God.
And I'm very happy that such initiatives are being done. First of all, I'll just say thank you to the Church of Pentecost. And like Pastor Emmanuel said, it is not only for Accra or for those in Accra, it's everywhere in the country. And God being so good, you can find Pentecost everywhere in Ghana, every region. Just find your districts, the leaders, speak to them. Even when you go to the church, speak to somebody there, tell them, I'm going through this situation, or I've seen somebody who is going through this, and we need you to help them. And they would come to your aid. Adom, Mbon Payama will say, won't call back beam. Obey Juma, obey Sika, obey the pepper, you'll be okay. Everything will work for you beautifully. Into Mbon Paya say, life will be good for you. Go do the good work. Say yeah, denkra, baby, say baby, ufi bano. I like how you said, Mama Eunice says, baby, ufi no. So every single time, remember that and be good. Why? Please put your hands together. It's not easy to be bold. It is not easy to be bold. It's not easy to tell a story. Now I know that one of the you came with a
an elder.
Yes. Please, where is he? Please pass him the microphone. Now, how are we able to get to such people in the communities? I mean, he has told us, but you are on grounds all the time. How are we able to reach out to and even pinpoint some of them in the area? And sometimes I do not, because when you meet them in this state, sometimes they can even harm you. So how do you get yourself into their spaces?
Like Pastor rightly said, you have to let them feel that you are not discriminating against them. Mm-hmm. You like them, you love them, and you want to be of help to them. So once we get there, we try to shake hands with them, we greet them, their style of greeting, the blows, and then we ask them how they are doing, share the word with them, invite them to church. And depending on how they open up, you also go further to propose some of these reforms to them. So that's how we go about it.
You are doing very well. You are doing so well. You're doing really well. And once again, I think that this is a good initiative. I'm hoping that you get more funds and people attached to also, help, because this is a big task. It's a big project. But it's also for the betterhood or the betterment of our people, our youth, and I'm happy about it. Once again, if you are here, wherever you find yourself in the community, it could be your friend, your brother, your sister, someone around you is going through this and is using this as carefree or just using this as a path to get into such situations, please reach out to the Church of Pentecost. You heard, it's not only Accra. You can reach out to any branch, any district, tell them what you're going through, and they will come to your aid. Just like Emmanuel has, he looks amazing now. If you look at the picture from before and you look at him now, you'd say that God has done some, the Church of Pentecost has done some, and he himself has done some for himself. That's why I would say put your hands together again.